Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass and Move. And for today's episode, as promised, the Setubal game, the fourth game of the season. Of course, we've already played 3 games and a couple of Europa League games, so we'll get into that in just a second. But of course, just as you can see here, we're doing really well. We had a great start to our second season in charge of Braga. We're top of the table. Sporting, Benfica and Porto all below us. In fact, Porto have played 4 games and they're still 3 points behind us, so that gives us an advantage. We've had a 100% record so far in our first 3 games in charge, and in charge in the second season. And Sporting and Benfica both have, suffering some early draws. We've even managed to keep a clean sheet, which I didn't even realize until now. So we haven't conceded 3 in 3 games time, and we've also managed to score 7 goals. So that's perfect. But yeah, just to update you since what happened in the last episode, which was. Let's just count that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we did show you the Aruka game. Of course, you saw us scrape by 1-0 with Jeff managing to score. What followed was the Rosenborg game in the Europa League playoffs. So we've got our group now. We'll actually show you who's in our group, even though you can see the majority of them over here. Actually, we just mentioned it. Standard, Ajax and Dynamo. So actually we do have a tougher Europa League draw and the teams themselves are tougher teams than it was last year, so hopefully we can perform better, but really we are facing tougher opposition, I guess you could say. And just to show you the rest of the groups, because there's some good teams in here like Chelsea, Roma, some serious competition in this year's Europa League. It's not really a B team competition anymore in Europe. Tottenham as well, Atletico Bilbao, Club Brugge, Galatasaray, some Sporting as well with us, Napoli. Some really good teams in here. I mean, obviously it's not going to be as intense as the Champions League, but they really are starting to, close on that gap, I suppose. And I would assume the same in a few years' time as well. But anyways, so that's the couple of the teams that we've managed to get for our group stages. But for the game itself, obviously over 2 legs, quite easy to scrape by. I mean, I wasn't too happy about the away draw, but it is Europe, and an away draw isn't the end of the world. We did open the scoring with Danilo scoring the 39th minute, but they quickly pegged us back in the 41st. But overall, we already won the game, and the away goal just kind of solidified that as well. We won here 3-0. Fabio Martins and Wilson Eduardo all on the score sheet. Fabio Martins actually managing to get a brace. And actually, he was killing it in the beginning of the early stages, really keeping out Wilson Eduardo out of the side. And a couple of goals here kind of proves that. But either way, I think Eduardo just about bounced back now. We'll have a look at who starts today as well. But yeah, definitely the team seems more adjusted to the tactics, and I think the results back that. But of course, it's still very early on, so we'll see what happens when we have a dip in form, which is quite natural. But yeah, the Tondela game, very straightforward. Away from home, 4-0 win. They managed to get a player sent off just before halftime as well, but we already kind of had the game wrapped up with 2 goals from Fabio Martins again and Fonte. But Raniel, our backup striker, who's going to be starting a lot more for us now that Hassan's out injured for ages, he's managed to also get another goal for himself there, which is great for his confidence, of course. And Eduardo, again, he's really, I guess, fired up by being dropped for Martins. So when he came on as a substitute, he managed to score in the 84th minute as well, which is great for us. We want that competition. In terms of ability, Fabio Martins, I don't think he's as good as Eduardo. Of course, he has the potential to be, but so far, I guess they're kind of the same, but he is an attacking midfielder. We're talking about attacking midfield left. Can we go back to that? Yeah, not right. We're talking about left, inside forward. Yeah, see, Eduardo's a little bit better, so it's close, I suppose, but it's good to see Eduardo, good, on his toes, basically. Martimo, again, helped by, having opposition get a player sent off. It was good for us anyways, like Raniel managed to score within 3 minutes time, and that set us for the rest of the game. Cease managing to get us a bit of an insurance goal in the 19th minute, and after that we kind of just sailed on through quite easily. But yeah, it's, right now we're in the end of the transfer window, so there's no real updates in terms of ins and outs. But there is a bit of an update in the sense that Chaka has been kicking up a serious fuss. So he's our backup to Fonte, and it's really disappointing to see him really ask to move. He actually did ask to move in the very last day of the transfer window, but the fact is, of course, we can't afford not only to lose him because he's supposed to be eventually become a talented player, but also because it's the last second. We really not enough time to get anyone to replace him. So I held firm, but he started to cause too much problem for my liking. So I figured, why not just sell him for the 800k he's valued for, get him off our books, Just get someone. I was thinking just keep him here even if he's unhappy, and eventually maybe he'll become happy. But I don't want to do that anymore. I don't like having anyone who's not happy being at the club. I just rather sell them off. I'm not stressed about how amazing they're going to end up being. It's just that they would cause too much disruption in the dressing room and whatnot. So it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, we will be selling him, but I managed to hold on to him through the summer period, which is great for me. And once the January comes around, we can finally sell him off. I think we've accepted the bid for him, and that way it won't go through until January, and we can just recall one of our loanees. I think maybe Thomas Martinez, bring him back after his first season. Maybe he'll be a little bit better in our second season, as everyone else has been. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all. Hopefully we can keep it up, our good start, and hopefully we don't become complacent. But yeah, we'll find out, and I guess the longer the game goes. But this is the team we'll be going for. Everyone's in great condition and match sharpness, which is perfect for me. Of course, not the B team, the players that we'll be rotating with, the bench and whatnot, they're not too good in terms of fitness. That's a bit disappointing. Another little update, we didn't manage to sell off Sosa. I don't think anyone will be buying him because we did just buy him. Sign him on a free. It wasn't me, of course, it was just before I came, but he did finally come through this summer, and no one's going to buy him in the same summer. That's kind of nonsense. So hopefully maybe in January we manage to sell him off for a couple mil. That would be great for us. He really doesn't slot into our team at all. I mean, with Hassan injured, you think it would be great for him to to have him there. I tried to not register him and whatnot to try and really push him to go for a move, because he doesn't want to leave at all, which is really strange because I didn't even register him. So I'm trying to make it clear that there's no way he's going to be a part of our plans, and hopefully January we can see him get sold. Raniel's been doing okay, and hopefully he can do again well today against Setubal, and hopefully we can keep up the good form, just keep getting the 3 points, and just keep up the pressure on the big three in Portugal, Sporting, Benfica and Porto. And if we manage to do that, that'd be great. I mean, I told you guys if we have a couple of signings, there's no reason why we can't compete with them and actually maybe even challenge for the title. And I know it's only been 3 games, but I am kind of getting carried away, and hopefully we can keep this up, and that way we can actually challenge them seriously. So let's try and give the players some motivation. Apparently we're not favourites for today's game, which is a bit strange. I would put us down as favourites, but the game doesn't think so. The game doesn't think so, isn't it? Goals on, skip this little intro, and there you go. The home team kicking off the game, and hopefully we'll have a great game for you here today. But the good thing for us is that 2 of the injured players, they do have 2 injured players, but at the same time, they're both in midfield, so okay, apparently we're going to get a penalty within 1 minute and 30 seconds, so perfect for us, just hopefully we score it. But yeah, to have 2 injured players in the same area of the pitch is really great for us, especially because that area of the pitch is in the middle, which is where we try and dominate the game. So, can Pedro Santos score for us and continue being the key man he was for us last season? Can you score this penalty? Get us off to a great start, Santos. Ooh, just about past the keeper. The keeper gets the right way, and that was... Not only was it a really good penalty, it was actually a really good save as well. He almost kept it out. He's a little bit unlucky, and we'll get a clearer view of it here. Right, so he dives to his right. Ah, unlucky. Stronger wrist. Stronger wrist is what needed for the keeper. But either way, we get the goal. So I really shouldn't be saying unlucky. It's a good thing we did our bit, and he didn't do his. So we managed to start the scoring at 1-0, and hopefully there's more goals to come in this game. But yeah, in terms of the start, I really can't ask for more for my players. Paulino, Rosic, Jubal, Yankar. We have, some of the players have been around since last year. I know it's just been 1 year, but the amount of players that have come in and out, well, more about out rather than in. It's kind of in actually at the same time because of all the loanees, but you get what I mean. I was just trying to make it clear that I actually don't have too many signings. There's all just loanees coming back, and I'm just really surprised Braga let them out on loan, because we could have used those players last year. It would have been a stronger team, stronger depth for it. So they almost scored there. My goalkeeper very disappointed. He does some strange things, Marafona. The sooner I move him on, the happier I'll be. Pinto has a chance to get revenge here, and he will, of course. And there you go. What a free kick to score. If the match engine ever shows you a free kick, just know it's going to be scored almost always. Either hits the crossbar or scores, and more often it scores than it hits the crossbar. And my goalkeeper there just flapping about. It is a really free kick, well taken free kick, to be fair to him. But yeah, just disappointing in the end. The way he acts, my goalkeeper sometimes, just, I don't know whether it's the match engine or the way he jumps. Because we watched the penalty, you saw the way that goalkeeper jumped. Why can't my keeper jump that way? Why does he have to jump in such a strange way where he just flops? I really need to buy an amazing goalkeeper as soon as possible. The thing is, our youngster, our backup, ooh, Danilo, that shot was dipping. Yeah, I would have loved to have invested in a ready-made goalkeeper, but our youngster here that we bought in, Moreira, hopefully he can become that player for us. And that way I won't have to invest, because I really want him to become that player for us. I don't want that, I want him to edge out Marafona. We're finding Marafona as the backup, and what was his name again? I keep forgetting his name. Moreira. It's not a common name for me to hear, I guess. But yeah, I just really want him to be that. So we're going to be playing him in as many cup competition games as possible. In truth, I actually should have played him for the Europa League, but I guess I've just been distracted by all the signings and all the mess that's been going on in the transfer window that I forgot to do that. So we'll be doing that from now on. Hopefully it doesn't cost us, but he is just about as close in terms of ability as possible to our main goalkeeper, Marafona. So hopefully it shouldn't cost us any more. And I think Moreira has actually put in better performances than Marafona, who has the tendency to make errors. And what I want to do is, once this sort of starts to sim again, is actually have a look at Marafona and see if in their coach's report it says that he doesn't like big games, for example, or he can't concentrate. Any of those things that would actually make it clearer for us why. Alright, apparently he's just one-footed. Maybe the goalkeeping coach has something to say. He dreads playing in big matches. That makes sense. What other goalkeeping coach says the same thing? Same thing from all the goalkeeping coaches. Alright, so that's perfect. That would make a lot more sense why he makes key errors in key games. Anyways, we've got the ball here, and can we score? Can we take advantage of this? Juankar. Ooh, that's very unlucky. Wilson doesn't even attempt to jump, but Juankar's got it ball back again. And is this highlight going to continue until we score? I'd prefer that. Juankar. There you go. I guess that pretty much answers me, I suppose. But yeah, Juankar, the left back, outside the box, taking a long shot for some strange reason. But either way, it's just, why not? He was in a good position. He was very close as well. Can we win this ball back and hit them on the counter? Nope. Instead, it's going to be a yellow card for Polino. And who knows, maybe Setubal will actually score now. Unless we manage to win it after this free kick. Yeah, win the ball back and counter them again. But I do not like the look of this. Setubal with the set piece. Long range shot, probably. Stop him. Oh, come on, that's stupid goalkeeping. Unless there was a really strange deflection. I have a feeling there might have been, but I guess the replay will show us. But really, that's just ridiculous goalkeeping. No one's closing the guy down either. Look at that, through a sea of players. And my goalkeeper, what on earth is he doing? Such a late reaction. Goes underneath his arms. And I'm just praying that Moreira becomes the goalkeeper. We want him to be even more now. I tell my players off. Hopefully I didn't just tell them off when we just score now, because the highlight is continuing. And Polino, is he going to take his man on? Instead he plays at Santos. Can we find him now that he's free? Danilo, are you going to do it? No, he's going to probably take a long range shot, and it's out, of course. Yep, these pointless highlights. Alright, so we're going to make some substitutions. We need to make some key ones now. Alright. Raniel's had a terrible game, so push up Fonte, bring on Checa, who's a bit unhappy. I'm not even sure if I'm saying his name right, but he's called Checa now whether he likes or not, because of what he's been doing in the transfer window. We'll bring on Fabio Martins for Eduardo as well, and we'll save our last substitution for a little bit later. But just to give you an idea of our defenders, look at that. Polino 6.4, Rosic, Jubar 6.4s as well. These, other than Polino, like our centre-back pairing, it just doesn't make sense for both of them to be on 6.4s. When there are, they're their team's starting centre-backs. They shouldn't be performing this poorly in a game that isn't of incredible significance. But yeah, to be honest with you, I'm actually a little bit happy with losing. I know that doesn't make sense, but I'd rather my players get that complacency dealt with now, early in the season, rather than later on. And of course, we still have time to turn this around, so you never know. And maybe Fabio can do it here. What a good ball into the box. Rosic, yes, he makes up for his rating, and I bet now he is higher than a 6.4. Can we get a third? Can we get a winner? and just shut up shop. I mean, Setubal haven't really created anything of note, but they've still managed 2 goals despite it. So, you know, I think we kind of have to shut up shop either way once we get the winner, hopefully. But what a header from Rosic. Captain's goal. He just proved me wrong, made me eat my words. And there you go, up to 7.3. It's just good to see that not both my centre-backs are starting poorly. But Setubal have a chance to get their revenge again. And Rakic is the one who's leading the way. What a tackle from Setubal, and he's proving me wrong again. Fonte, the advanced playmaker, who's playing as a false 9 through to Danilo. Danilo, what are you going to do? Play a good ball through, please. Don't take a long range shot. Alright, good, he gets tackled, so Polina can put a good ball into the box, and that's exactly what he does. And there you go. Our 2 substitutions make the difference. And I think right after this highlight, the replay of the highlight rather, I will probably shut up shop. I think that's the only thing I'm going to do, or the smart thing to do rather. Well goal. Perfect timing for us as well. Alright, so what we're going to do is, okay, they're going into attacking. Can I make my freaking tactical substitutions? Well, not substitution, tactical changes, I guess. Alright, there you go. Okay, so they've gone into the diamond. They're going to try and dominate possession. What we're going to do is we're going to go into, not counter, we're going to go into contain, ball playing on defense, advanced playmaker on support, wing back on defense. We're going to invite them on a little bit, but I kind of trusting my defense here, so hopefully that doesn't backfire. And it's, you know, it's just like what I said, they weren't dangerous, Setubal, in terms of anything significant here. No clear-cut chances, no amazing bits of play, but they have managed to score 2 goals without doing any of that. So I do have to keep an eye on them. I mean, we only had 1 clear-cut chance, which was a penalty, and we managed to score 3 goals. So again, it's all about playing it safe. So we're going to take off Assis, who's on a yellow, bring on Fran Sergio, and hopefully the anchorman substitution will, you know, have some fresh legs, as well as getting rid of someone on a yellow card, and hopefully you can keep, you know, shutting up shop, I suppose. Just a couple minutes now left, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, there you go. Alright, and that should be the whistle now, with 30 seconds to go. Let's Setubal do something crazy here, and we should come away with a really good result considering everything that's happened during this match. Alright, so they took a stupid long range shot. Santos, I was gonna scream, I was gonna go so mad, because I cannot believe he just did that. Why on earth would he play a back pass like that, on contain mentality, playing it safe as possible, and he does that? I can't believe it. He still gets away with the 7.0 rating. My players sometimes. Either way, good win. A win is a win. Apparently the decision for penalties is a controversial decision, but we'll take it. We come away with the 3 points. I have no issues with that. Of course, if it was against my team, I'd be upset. But it's not. It's in my favour, so I can't complain. You know, that's how football works anyways. I mean, obviously we should try and be as perfect as possible in terms of refereeing. But it's just always like that with referees. You know, some decisions you get your way, some decisions you don't, and you just kind of have to deal with the reality of that. Obviously, if I was on the other end, I'd be very disappointed as well. But you know, you just kind of have to accept as part and parcel of football, really. Yeah, so Setubal actually managed to kind of up their performance there after a while, but we held on. We managed to get our 3 points. That's all that matters, and we actually, after the 4th game of this season in Premeira Liga, and we conceded 2 goals after not conceding any at all. But anyways, in terms of when we'll be back, always 5 games time, so let's count that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll be showing the Europa League game against Ajax. Very interesting, of course. We haven't played them at all last season, so it'll be good to show you, you know, a team that's new. I think we showed you last season a game against Setubal as well, so it's just good to show you a variety of teams playing against a variety of teams, and hopefully we'll be still in a good standing. We have 3 Premier League games, you know, up until the time we meet up again. So you know, for the episodes then, and you know, we've got Porto, and we've got both promotional candidates rather. Sorry, the ones who got promoted from the Portuguese Second League. So it'll be interesting whether to see, are those 6 points guaranteed, or are they going to put in a real test for us? But yeah, some decent games, 2 away games, 2 home games, 3 Premier League games. should be an interesting time. And hopefully next time we meet you around, it'll be all 4 wins and an unbeaten record today. But anyways, I think that will be all for today's episode. So if you did enjoy it, then of course please do hit the like button and subscribe for more daily Football Manager 2017 content. And as always guys, thank you all very much for watching.